what has AMP meant for me? Freedom. Down for my shift event in January of this year, and so I'm 9 months into the program. And when I signed up for shift, I came down and we could have had a hot dog eating contest for 2 days. I was going to sign up for AMP. These ladies didn't have to sell me on it because, like most of you are aware, the whole reason you're here is because you have a problem that you are trying to seek out a solution for. And you're hoping that Tanya and men might have those solutions. And so I came because shift was the foundational event that could get you access to the tools and resources and expertise and guidance on the other side of shift. And so I signed up in January, and before I did, on the way down, I knew that this program, that it was going to stretch me, because anything that grows you, right, anything that produces any kind of meaningful change is going to require a certain level of commitment and investment of time, of resources, change of perspective. To grow, we have to be challenged. And so I came with the expectation, knowing that I was going to be stretched in some capacity. Otherwise, it wouldn't be meaningful. And knowing that it was going to require, an investment on my end as well. But I figured in my head, if I could have solved the problem myself, because at this point, I was 10 years, coming into my 10th year of practice. If I could resolve these issues myself, I would have, right? I mean, I'm country, but I'm not stupid. If I could have had the solution, I would have implemented it, and I didn't need to be sitting in the chairs that you guys are sitting now. And as far as I knew, these ladies, were the only ones that were teaching real measurable ways of how to do that in our industry, specific to our industry. And that really excited me. So, and it has been in every way exactly what I thought it would be. I'm not going to lie. It has challenged me, but it has been good for me. It has required me to pull things out of my closet that I would rather not look at, so to speak. Because you've heard over and over this weekend that we are the problem. We are the problem in our clinics. We are the problem in our lives. And in order to change, you got to take some stuff out and take a good hard look at it, right? And then do something about it. And so that has probably been one of the hardest, but also one of the best things that has happened for me in this program is, stop believing my own bullshit, so to speak. And so, I really enjoyed it. I shared with a couple of you guys, they're like, well, are you getting results? So June of this year, I had already made what my business did in all of 2024. So for me, that was pretty significant results. And like I said, at that point, I was 6 months and, couldn't see that path forward. And Tanya and men, they've been with me every step of the way. They'll help. They have whatever you got, they have a solution for, right? Even when I try to duck and weave, I'll get a message. We hadn't heard from you in a while. You need to schedule a call with us. What's going on? Because I have a tendency to disappear when things get uncomfortable. I'm that one. And they, and they call me on it, and I need to be called on it, right? But it's also been really interesting to see the growth in myself, just as a person. The finances, that's fantastic. Money is a reality of life, and your business requires it. We require it to live. My primary reason for joining was because I was really needing a lot of systems and processes that I didn't have because I was buried. I was buried with the admin work, and it was absolutely sucking the life out of me. The phone calls and the scheduling and the text message and you heard it several times. Someone calls up and you have a 40-minute phone consult, right, while you're trying to do your grocery shopping because we don't know how to set good boundaries right, when people have and do not have access to us, right? All that stuff stopped. And I think it was maybe Barbara or Natalie or Catherine or Natalie asked me, well, when did you start implementing it? Monday, when I went back to work. Anybody that was new, a new intake on my schedule, like I started then immediately. And I've been doing it ever since. And you get better, like with the consults and all that stuff, you get better as time goes on. It gets easier. Right now, it's just a muscle that you don't have, right, that you're working. And it's a little uncomfortable the first time you get back into a weightlifting routine. It's going to hurt. It's going to feel unusual. But the more you do it and the more you practice, the better you get at it. And I'm going to get a little emotional. I'm going to try not to. What has AMP meant for me? Freedom. In every way you can be free. Whether it be, freedom from my own false beliefs about my likability, my lovability, my worth, my value, all this stuff that we struggle with. There's been, my time has been given back to me. I'm not working, 8 and 10-hour days and then spending my weekend at, freaking Sam's Club buying toilet paper, right? Because evidently everybody that comes to my clinic poops all the time. I don't know why they do that in my clinic, but, freedom to be able to go and pursue, things that make me a more well-rounded person. Freedom to spend time with the people in my life that matter. Financial freedom. Like I see that as a possibility now. And so for me, these ladies, they are two of my greatest liberators, right? Where, they are walking me out of the prison, really that I created for myself. And my business is feeling less and less, of this burden, right? This burden that I'm carrying, which I could not understand because I love this medicine so much. And how did this thing now make me, I didn't recognize myself when I came down here in January. And now there's just, like I said, I see the possibility, of true freedom and and I can start to feel what it would be like to inhabit that. Because Tanya and men have given me a path forward, right? And they're showing me the way. Now, I am nowhere near as far along as Sean and Brandy are and Dawn is. Like I said, I'm the closest, to you guys. I'm 9 months. I've been doing it for 9 months. That's not very long at all. But a couple of weeks ago, I woke up with this thing in my chest. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's just heartburn, and then I thought, well, maybe it's anxiety. Maybe my anxiety is coming back. And it started to really bother me. And then I realized, no, it doesn't feel like anxiety. It was excitement. Because for the first time in a long time, now that I'm slowly getting unburied by the burden of the business, I'm getting excited again, about who I can become, about what my clinic can become, about how my clinic can be better service to the community in which I live. And what is that going to look like a year from now, 2 years from now? And so it's just been a fantastic experience.